This year's from Hollywood Fix. No big drama, no big court case, just Johnny talking about being an artist. So let's see what he's got to say.
I guess that there's a lot of point, we see his struggles in this movie, and there's a lot of unrecognised talent in this film. Or may I say, I guess that you are coming at it as artists whose talent has been recognised to a certain extent. Do you feel privileged that in the sense that not many artists, whether they're in film or the art world or a book writer, they get that recognition?
All right, so not sure exactly what the point of the question is, if Johnny feels privileged as an artist, but I like his answer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of artists who get recognition in their lifetime who, I would say
they don't deserve.
The first question that they should ask themselves if they're artists truly or not, and understand the definition of what that is. As I can't, no matter how I approach anything that I do, I can't consider myself a full-blown artist, or I couldn't call myself an artist. That's for somebody else to decide. But you approach it with the heart and the mind and the delicacy and the broad strokes and the possibilities of an artist, and the thing about acting, the best acting is what I saw. It's behavior. Acting is behavior and reacting in a character, of course, representing a character. So the fact that I got to experience watching Ricardo, Antonio, this cast, Pacino, was for me beyond a dream. So, and also very, of course, hugely proud that it was Al who asked me to direct the film, which I don't know where that came from, but I said yes. You don't say no to Pacino,
So yeah, I like the part about Johnny saying he's not even sure he's an artist, and artists have to think about what that means. Let's take like Blake Lively, for example. I bet she thinks she's an artist. Or I bet someone like maybe Meghan Markle thinks she's an artist. And what I think Johnny's trying to get at, he didn't get very deep into it, but anybody can do the stuff. Anyone can pick up a paintbrush and paint some paintings and say, here, this is what I did. Anyone can make some arts and crafts and be like, here, I'm an artist, this is my art. But I mean, if anybody could do it, is that really being an artist? I think what Johnny was maybe getting at is that to be an artist, you gotta do something not everyone can do, which makes you the artist of that thing you're doing. And again, I love how he's pretty humble, He's obviously an artist, he's got his own style, he's got his own stuff going. I would consider Johnny an artist. I think most people would, but he's humble about it. So yeah, this was about Marty, I guess. Well, I know it's about Marty with Al Pacino. And probably Johnny was just kind of happy to be behind the camera, not having to act in front of everyone, just kind of sitting back and watching. I think that's also what he meant by his comment.
I know we have to finish. I just wanted to ask you quickly about Jeff Beck, the dedication, and why that was important to dedicate this to your friend.
Oh, man. Jeff was is such a horrible, it stops you in your sentence. Was. No, Jeff is and will always remain a best friend. My best friend. Someone who we met later in life, but the amount of years that we did spend together, which was nonstop, whether it was at his place in the UK or wherever we were or on tour, Jeff was my best friend, and truly someone that you're with, when you're in the presence of that person, somehow you understand how much that person loves you, and you understand how much you love that person, and there's no limit. So Jeff, because we were like toddlers, giant children together, when I told him I was going to direct this film, Modi, he said, what? I said, yeah, I think I'm going to direct this film about Modigliani. He goes, how are you going to do that, mate? And I didn't know. But the fact that he was, yeah, I was sort of fascinated by the fact that I'd be directing something, you know, because I was a child with him. You know, we were giant toddlers. So, yeah. And Jeff was an artist, even though he would never have called himself an artist. Jeff was an artist by in every measure. So, yeah.
Right. So that's kind of what I said, is that you can call yourself an artist or be an artist if you could do something not everyone can do. And Jeff Beck and his level playing guitar was at the level not everyone can do. Anyone can learn guitar, take some lessons, take a year or two, and play, but they can't really say I'm an artist because I learned to play guitar, I could write a few songs or something, because anyone can do that. That's my take on it. I mean, if not, we don't even need the word artist, then everyone just is it when they do something. Anyway, those are my deep thoughts. Okay, so it's pronounced Modi. I keep saying Madi. I'm sorry, but I speak Japanese, not Italian. That's about it. Doing pop culture, all things Johnny Depp. If you don't subscribe here, I'll be sad about it, but I'll get over it. See you next time.